going on, guys? So, got the MST TCR chassis just about all together. I'm going to wrap this video up here at this point because I don't have the body back from the 110 rod shop yet. And yeah, I'm not going to do all the front bumper stuff because I think it's going to be in the way of the motor, because the instructions showed putting the motor in. This kit is super simple. It's very versatile. You can basically just unbolt all this, flop it, have a rear-wheel drive mid-engine, rear-wheel drive rear engine, or front-wheel drive front engine. And a lot of variety. It's very, very basic. The suspension is a little weird. It has those little bitty coil springs that go underneath the fixed lower control arms. It works. Quality of the materials is really nice. I like the way this stuff fit and finish. The coolest part, when you're breaking things off the parts tree, it breaks clean, and you don't have to come back like Tamiya stuff and cut the little burrs off of it. Little disc brakes with actual fixed calipers. Kind of neat. I didn't put the stickers on that. It just seems silly putting stickers for disc brakes, so we're just going to leave it all blacked out with the red caliper. The servo mount, that was interesting. Not a fan of having to cut up servos. I had that little basic servo. I robbed it off of one of the old Bowlink cars, and it had already had one edge cut, but fortunately those gears in that thing, it's all plastic. I mean, that's a $4 servo, and yeah, it just stripped everything out. I got it all put together, in the teeth on the actual output shaft on the servo were not crisp enough, not refined enough to actually hold the servo horn. And it does come with two different options for that. You have your Civic style and your Futaba style, and neither of them fit well enough to actually function. And yeah, so that little servo went in the garbage. And I had this spare Civic. It's probably completely overkill for this and what it's going to be, but this is one I took out of my crawlers, so won't be getting them used very hard in this. And we just cut one end of it off and taped it in there. I feel like there's a better way to do that, but that's how they did it. I do like the fact that the servo is centered in the chassis, upright. It pulls both sides. There's no any other mechanism. It's strictly just left and right, straight off the servo horn, straight to the suspension. So this is going to be a drag car. I don't know about tires and wheels yet. We won't be able to pick all that till we get the body. The reason I'm building this is I saw one at USTE. We were parking lot racing at the Tom Thumb. I think it was the Friday night, and yeah, there was one out there, and this chassis was keeping up with the big boys, keeping up with the slashes and all that stuff. Pulled dead straight. I mean, it was just neat, and I love these little Honda Civics. I had one in high school. We got some pictures of that. I'll show you here, and you can kind of see what the body. We're going to go for the original color, and yeah, we'll do more of that stuff in the next video. But overall, the only thing that was difficult with this was this front tube. The very first step, that was a pain in the butt. So you have a ball diff on the spur gear, and you got to put the balls in, grease them, and all that. Which, you know, that's not that hard. But then inside the tube, it wants you to put on the shaft a washer, and then tiny little greased balls, and then another washer, and then slide it into the tube. So you get enough grease on it, you can hold the balls on there, but trying to keep it all even, and you put it inside the tube, and one of the balls is in the wrong spot, and you got to scrape them all out. That was a little tedious. Wasn't real thrilled about that at that point, but the rest of the kit went together really well. The instructions are pretty clear. Everything's bright and fun colors. It would have been nice if some of the more tedious parts had been color matched to the instructions. Because yeah, like the washers, there's three washers in this shaft, and two of them are different, and it's hard to tell them apart when, you know, one's pink and one's yellow in the instructions, but they're all black in real life. So little things like that were just a little, you look out for it, a little tedious. But it's pretty neat, pretty versatile. You know, if we get this thing going and I'm not digging the front wheel drive, we can flip it around and make it a rear wheel drive. So all good and fun. Again, really nice quality stuff. It's kind of like a graphite chassis plate. All the plastic bits feel like they're graphite reinforced. It reminds me of the old RC10. I had an RC10 T2 back in the day, and it reminded me of that kind of level of engineering and stuff. It was very precise and very quality filling parts. So despite trying to wrap my head around not taking this modular suspension pieces and making other things out of it, we're gonna build this car with the Civic body. But I'm gonna wrap this one up, guys. Oh, the tires and wheels. I did want to say these MST tires, really nice. Foams are already in them. You just pop the center out of the foams. I did not glue the tires and wheels yet because I don't know what we're going to use, on this. Don't know where these are going to end up or anything, so we'll just play it by ear for that. But I like MST wheels. I've been running those on a couple of my drift cars, and yeah, pretty nice looking stuff. Very scale. They use a smaller wheel nut, so it doesn't stand out quite as much as the big, giant, regular locking wheel nuts. Appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for part 2 of this build when we get some color on the body. And got an idea for a motor. I looked at brushless systems and stuff. I want it to be fast, but I got some more research to do. And in all honesty, I'm probably going to pull the Castle brushless system out of the old Camaro drift car we did, because I don't think the drift race is ever going to happen that I was building that for. We'll throw it in here and see what kind of fun we can have. But appreciate y'all. Keep it scale, and I'll see y'all in the next one.